So in this video, we are going to talk about random variable. So this is the most famous term you must have come across in statistics. So what things we will cover in this video is the definition. We will try to understand this using examples, and we will see what are the types of random variables. Now I am going to give you the most layman definition of a random variable. There are many confusing definitions which goes around and people do get confused ultimately. So unlike the name suggests, a random variable is not a variable but is a function. And what it does is like it assigns a real value to events of the sample space. Now we will try to understand this using a flowchart first, and then we will see and understand using examples. So first what we need to do is to like understand the experiment. Then after that we need to calculate the sample space. Then the real random variable comes in, and what it does is like it assigns real values to all the events of the sample space. And finally, we apply probability function to the random variables, which then gives the assigned probabilities. So now let's understand this using an example. So here, let's take the experiment of tossing a coin. So hence, we are done with this. Now, the next thing we need to do is to identify the sample space. Now, how do we identify the sample space? So we know when we toss a coin, we either get a heads or a tails. So if S is the sample space, then we know that there are only two events. One is heads, getting a heads. Let's denote this by H. And another is tails. And let's denote it by T. So now we are done with the second step, which is identifying the sample space. One is now here the random variable will come in, and now what it will do is like it will assign the values or real values to the events heads and the event tails. So if we denote xh as the value a random variable will assign to heads, and xt as the value the random variable attaches to the event tails, then now we know that what it does is like actually assigns just a real number. So let's say we assign the value -1 to the event's head, and let's say we assign the value of +1 to the tails. Now you can take any value. So for example, you can also say like xh equals 0, xt equals 1, or you can also say like xh equals -2 or xh equals -1. You just need to remember like random variable is nothing but it just takes up the events and assigns a real value. So in this set, it assigned the value of -1 to the heads and 1 to the tails. In this one, it assigned the value of 0 to the head and 1 to the tails. And in this one, the random variable x assigned the value of -2 to heads and -1 to tails. Hence, now we are done with the process of creating the random variable. Now, at last, what is like the probability function does is like it will take the value, and we know like probability of getting heads is half, and again it will take the another value of random variable, that is 1, and it will give the value of half again. So this is what the probability function does. It will take the value of -1, and we know that -1 is nothing but getting heads, and it will assign the value of half. And then when we take the probability, so remember like the domain here of the probability function is the random variable. Hence we are now done with applying the probability function and getting the probabilities. Now let's take another example and try to understand this. So this time the experiment is of throwing a dia. Now dia is the singular form of dice. So we are done with identifying the experiment. Now next thing which comes up is identifying the sample space. So if we denote S as the sample space, then we know that when we throw a die, we only have 6 outcomes. That is getting of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Hence we have identified all the events of the sample space, and hence we are done with second process. Now the process of creating the random variable comes in. So remember like what it does is like it just assigns a real value to all the events. So if we denote x1 as the event the random variable assigns to getting the event 1, so we can say like for our easiness let's assign this as a value of 1. Similarly we can do for the rest. So what we did here is like we have assigned the value of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 just for the convenience. You can again assign any value So for example, you can assign a value of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hence, the random variable consists of values of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now the last step is to identify the probabilities. Now remember here P1, that is probability of getting 1 or the random variable 1 is 1 by 6, and hence these are all the probabilities of assigned random variables. Now let's talk about types of random variables. So there are basically two types of random variables. The one is the discrete random variable. This is a type of variable whose values you can count. So for example, tossing of a coin. So we know that when we toss a coin, we can have only two outcomes, that is getting a heads or a tails. That is just two. Hence we can count, because remember we assigned the value of -1 to heads and 1 to tails. Hence just two random variables. Example of random discrete random variables are the binomial random variable or Poisson random variable. Now the another type of random variable is the continuous random variable, and as the name suggests, these are those which takes continuous values. So for example, of measuring height. Now we know that when we measure a height of a student, it might range from, for example, let's say 180.1 centimeter, 180.11 centimeter and so on. So just in an bracket of let's say 180 and 181 centimeter, we can have infinite values, and hence it's a continuous random variable. Examples includes the normal random variable and the gamma random variable. So if you like the video, please like it and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.